Fred here, welcome back to the Gear Obsession channel. I'm still alive. It's been a pretty rough year and I really did need to take a break, and it also gave me a lot of time to think. And one of the things that I am thinking about is, where do I want the Gear Obsession channel to go in the future? It really wasn't fun anymore. It really wasn't. I was having vendors send me a lot of stuff and I would review it if I liked it, but it just was a job. It wasn't fun anymore, and I was reviewing things that I was getting, quite frankly, bored with. I'm not saying any of the products were bad or anything like that. I'm just not being entertained. I'm not being obsessed with everything that I was making videos about. And I want to really get back to the roots of where this channel started. Now, I can't go into the real roots, which is a lot of gun videos, because YouTube is just not very friendly for guns and knives and everything else. And I will continue to review guns and knives, but I can't go strictly with guns and knives because I do have to monetize the videos so I can continue to finance, you know, the camera, the video, my time, and be able to bring you videos that I hope that you'll like here in the future. And I don't want to charge for the videos or do anything like that, so we're going to sort of keep that aspect of it the same. I really don't like getting into the weeds of all the technical aspects of things that I'm obsessed with that I'm doing videos on. Like, if I'm going to review, let's say, this knife, I don't want to spend 5 minutes just rattling off specs. That's boring. I don't want to do that anymore. I think what I really want to do is sort of bring to you some of the products that I'm really obsessed with, that I'm using every day, that I bought, and really get into the details about why I really like that product. I mean, there are already hundreds of videos on YouTube where people do that. It's what I used to do. It's not what I am going to do. So I'm getting myself together, and hopefully I'll have some sort of pattern, some sort of schedule where I could start getting videos out. I'm not going to have a hard schedule that's going to be like I'm going to do it every Wednesday or every Saturday or anything like that anymore either, but the frequency of the videos are going to pick up here because I'm out of my rut. I'm getting myself together. I'm getting over kind of being depressed. I'm not like depressed, but I am pretty down. It's been a very, very rough freaking year. So, but I really, really want to get some videos going again. I've been inspired by some channels, some YouTube channels that are really just making me itch to do this, to get in front of the camera again. And I really appreciate those of you who kept me in your notification and continue to look for my videos and sort of waiting for me to come back. I know many of you thought I was dead. I've even seen some comments where they wanted me to make another "Hey, I'm not dead" video, so you could consider this the I'm not dead video. I'm still here, and well, I'm almost still here because look, sort of back up just a little bit. Lost a lot of weight, about I think since the last time I shot a video, probably about 40 pounds total. From a year and a half ago, actually, I lost almost 50 pounds. You ask how I did it? The keto diet, that's where you cut out a lot of carbs. I did the Atkins diet a long time ago, and that actually worked quite well. And now I'm doing the keto diet, which is, I guess, another name for Atkins, although there are some tweaks to it. And it's worked very, very well. Out of all the diets out there, the keto diet sort of, for me personally, keeps the craving for food down to a minimum. I don't go around feeling hungry all day like other diets. So it really works for me very well, and it works for a lot of other people well too. And you know, I recommend it, in my opinion, to anybody as long as they don't have a medical reason why not to do it over just about every other diet. Again, I'm not a doctor. I don't claim to be a doctor, but it's worked very well for my wife and I. Story time. I own a Jeep. Have had a Jeep for a year and a half, and when you have a vehicle for that long, unless it is in a diaper in your garage and you never drive it, you're going to get little dings and things here and there. So I wanted to get some touch-up paint, so I went to the Jeep, Dodge, Chrysler, Fiat, even though they don't sell Fiats, but they're owned by Fiat. But anyway, I went to the dealership and I said, hey, you got any touch-up paint? And of course they said, what's your VIN number? I give them the VIN number so they could get the color codes so they can go in the back and dig up the touch-up paint. And of course, they don't have it. They never have the color of my Jeep, which is a Gobi color for some reason. I also go onto Amazon. This is the Gear Up Session channel. I go to Amazon and they do not have the Mopar, from Jeep paint anywhere on Amazon for some reason. They have some aftermarket stuff which I had bought in the past and works really well. It matches perfect, but I wanted the Mopar one. So I had the person behind the counter order me one, and I thought it was going to take weeks and weeks and weeks, but actually, surprise, surprise, I actually get a call in about a week. Actually, it's even less than a week, maybe about 4 days, that, hey, we got your paint, come pick it up. So I get there, and they go in the back, and they're looking for it, and they can't find it. And then on the counter, there was a little display with all these paints in it, and somebody stuck the one that I ordered in the display cabinet. Not cool, especially if they would have sold it, but luckily very few people have a Gobi color Jeep, so it was still there, and I got my touch-up paint. Gobi, which by the way is code PUA. The story doesn't end there, because behind the counter on another display back there are hats. And because it's a Chrysler Jeep dealership, they have all these Chrysler cars, hats, and Dodge and Jeep hats. And there was this Jeep hat just calling me because, remember, I'm the person that gets obsessed. I own a Jeep. Now I get to get a Jeep hat, Jeep shirt, Jeep jacket, little toy Jeeps. I'll show you that collection in the future. But this hat called me because it had the classic Jeep look, which, my personal opinion, you don't mess with that look. You don't do the squinty eyes or angry bird eyes to a Jeep, in my opinion. If you do whatever you want, it's your vehicle. I don't like messing with the classic look of the Jeep. Anyway, getting back to the hat called me. I had to buy it. It was 19 bucks. But now I have this Jeep hat to add to my other 2 Jeep hats, of course. But there was something funny. There was some labels attached, and you got to check this out. Now, gotta put my glasses on because I still can't. You remember I got LASIK, so I can see far away but not close. And my eyes are too old to focus. That's what happens when you get old. Which, by the way, holy crap, I'm a senior citizen now. Alright, so the first label that was sort of attached to this guy, no hair! Nothing special. You have all the logos, which is Chrysler, Dodge, Fiat, Jeep, Ram, Mopar. Yes, they're owned by Fiat. That's why they're called FCA. F is Fiat. But there was also another label. Now, for those of you who know your colors quite well, this is olive drab green. Olive drab. And that sort of matches the jungle kind of color, green kind of color for camouflage, And the old army, way back in World War II, a lot of their stuff was this color. Now it's sort of camo, which works better for camouflaging, hiding, you know the deal. But anyway, I like olive drab, which is why this hat called me. And then Anyway, I'm reading the label, and the label says Jeep washed olive, it's supposed to be drab, cap. But it doesn't say that. It says Jeep washed olive dad. Like daddy, dad cap. So something got lost in the translation. I'm guessing this is China, made in China. You know, I don't even see a label. Oh, actually, it was made in Vietnam. Vietnam. So whoever's in Vietnam translating sort of got one little detail wrong, but I found it quite funny and I thought I'd share it. My olive dad hat. Make a good Father's Day gift. Anyway, I'm not going to provide a link below because I got it in the store. But if you own a Jeep and you're at your dealership, you know, check out the hats if you're obsessed with your vehicle. And I think out of all the vehicles for people to get obsessed with, Jeep is right there on top. I mean, people just obsess over their Jeeps. So it was the perfect vehicle for me. It really was. And it was a vehicle that I always wanted. So I'm very happy with it. And hope it lasts a long time. But Fiats are not known for their reliability and longevity. You're going to put some money in it to keep it going. But hopefully I'll get lucky. I drive like a granny. I drive like really slow. I try to make it last as long as possible. As a matter of fact, I drive so slow and carefully that I put an app on my phone from my insurance company that you'll get a break if you don't stop hard and you don't go over a certain speed and all this stuff. And perfect. No hard braking, no speeding. And I think in the first month I've used it, $138 off my bill. So, hey, finally being old and driving like a dad, an olive dad, paid off. Alright, so since I'm a senior citizen, it's getting really past my bedtime. I'm tired. It's been a rough day at the job, which, by the way, I had to start a new job because of crap hit the fan last year. You know, I mean, everything, a lot of things in my life went wrong. And one of the things was having to find a job after being at the place I was working at for over 10 years. And, I mean, it wasn't a perfect job. And there were a lot of things that didn't make me happy. But I wasn't ready to move on. And when you get to my age, you don't like change that much. And I picked up, so I've been at the new job for a year. And it's definitely a little more taxing to the mind and body. It's rough, and today was a very rough day. So, but good folks, good company, good people. It's a good place to be. I can't complain about that, and I could think of hundreds of places I wouldn't want to work at, and I think out of all the places I've worked at in my life, I put them on top for good, you know, right there near the top, at the top, you know. So I'm in a good place. I'm in a good place, and because of that, I'm back. I'm alive. All right. Thank you very much for joining me here at the Gear Obsession channel. I really do appreciate every friend, viewer, subscriber, and especially you. I can't believe I still remember that after all this time. It's so ingrained. But I hope you have a great day or evening, wherever you are. Take care. Bye.